The NBA GOAT debate is one of the most intense and passionate discussions in the world of sports. For decades, basketball fans, analysts, and even the players themselves have argued over who truly deserves the title of the greatest to ever lace up their sneakers. But let's face it, when most people think of the GOAT, one name almost always comes up: Michael Jordan. Even though Michael Jordan retired over 20 years ago, his legacy still looms large in the NBA world. Fans and analysts continue to use Jordan as the benchmark for greatness. Compared every new superstar to his 6 championships, his flawless finals record, and his undeniable impact on the game. But has the landscape of the NBA shifted since then? I understand that Michael Jordan was an insane player, but this NBA player that was drafted in 2003 was something we've never seen before. A freak of nature, a combination of size, speed, and athleticism. Enter LeBron James. With 20 All-Star selections, 4 MVPs, and a career full of clutch moments, and the all-time scoring record, LeBron James has more than solidified his place among the NBA elite. He's been to the NBA Finals 10 times and dominated both ends of the court. He is often hailed as the most complete player to ever play the game. So with all these insane accomplishments, why isn't LeBron James universally regarded as the GOAT? Well, in this video, we're going to break down some of the most popular reasons why NBA players and analysts still aren't ready to crown LeBron James as the greatest player of all time. Make sure to watch towards the end because you wouldn't want to miss this.
Because at the end of the day, all the people that was rooting on me to fail, at the end of the day, they got to wake up tomorrow and have the same life that they had before they woke up today.
In 2011, the NBA Finals became a stage for a showdown no one saw coming. A showdown between greatness and, well, a collapse. LeBron James, one of the most talented players the game has ever seen, faced off against the Dallas Mavericks in what will go down as one of the most controversial and defining series in NBA history. But something happened in that series that will stain LeBron's legacy forever. Something that still haunts the GOAT debate to this day. And no matter how many titles he wins, no matter how many records he breaks, the 2011 Finals will always be a part of the conversation. LeBron James, in the most important series of his career to that point, fell apart. And not just in one game, in the entire series. LeBron James finished the 2011 Finals with an average of just 17.8 points per game, an absolute massive drop from his regular season average of 26.7. And then, perhaps the lowest point of all, in Game 4, LeBron scored just 8 points in a finals game. 8. This was a pivotal moment where LeBron needed to show up. Instead, nothing. That's when the narrative was born. Critics and fans began to call LeBron a choker. The label stuck, and from that moment on, even the most casual fans of basketball would point to 2011 as proof that LeBron James was not clutch. It's been years since that series, and LeBron has more than proven himself as one of the greatest to ever play the game. 4 NBA titles, 4 MVPs, countless clutch performances, but every time the GOAT debate heats up, every time someone brings up his incredible career, there's that moment, the 2011 Finals. And here's the thing, even though this series happened just once, it's the moment that keeps being dragged up in every conversation about his legacy. Fans and analysts alike still ask, is LeBron truly the GOAT, or is he a player who chokes when it matters? Let me take you back to 2015. LeBron James, already a legend, was carrying a Cleveland Cavaliers team that was absolutely decimated by injuries. His 2 All-Stars gone. The roster was thin, and yet somehow he dragged this team to the NBA Finals, going toe-to-toe with the Golden State Warriors with the best record in the NBA. People were counting him out, but LeBron kept fighting, pushing the series to 6 games. 6 games with no help. But here's the crazy part. Despite putting up heroic efforts, LeBron didn't win the finals. And that's where the critics come in. They point to his finals records.
the fact that he lost more times than he won, and use that as proof that he can't be the GOAT. They say, look, Michael Jordan won 6, LeBron has 4, case closed. But here's the problem. We're looking at this all wrong. Think about it. In 2007, LeBron led the Cavaliers to the finals, but who was he surrounded by? Exactly. Were they really supposed to win? Absolutely not. Yet LeBron took them all the way to the promised land. That's greatness. Fast forward to 2017 and 2018, arguably 2 of LeBron's most impressive final appearances. He's facing the Warriors, a team that some say is the greatest in NBA history, stacked with superstars like Stephen Curry, Kevin Durant, and Klay Thompson. And yet LeBron still gave them everything they could handle, averaging mind-blowing numbers in both series. But once again, the Cavaliers came up short. So, should we take that to mean LeBron is any less great? The problem with focusing solely on LeBron's final record is it ignores the larger picture of his career. Sure, championships are important, and they're a team accomplishment. But why are we tearing down LeBron's legacy for losing in the finals when he was against all impossible odds? What if we shifted our perspective? What if we stopped comparing him to MJ based on a number of titles and started appreciating the complete package? LeBron has been dominating the league for nearly 2 decades, whether it's leading teams, changing the game with his playmaking, or inspiring a generation of players. So when it comes to the GOAT debate, why are we letting finals losses cloud our judgment?
LeBron, what's your decision?
In this fall, man, this is very tough. In this fall, I'm going to take my talents to South Beach and join the Miami Heat.
Let's go back to 2010. LeBron James, a rising superstar, had just came off an incredible season with the Cleveland Cavaliers. The team had the best regular season record. LeBron was the MVP, but they came up short in the playoffs again. The frustration was real. LeBron had been in Cleveland for 7 years, and during that time, the front office provided him with little to no help. Despite being one of the most talented players in NBA history, he was stuck carrying a team that just couldn't get over the hump. So after years of carrying the load on his own, LeBron made a decision. He was leaving Cleveland to join forces with D. Wade and Chris Bosh in Miami. Fans were outraged. People called him a traitor, a quitter. They couldn't believe LeBron left the team that drafted him to form a super team and chase championships. But here's the thing. Why are we holding that against him? If you take a step back and really look at it, LeBron was stuck in a lose-lose situation. Let me ask you this. If LeBron had stayed in Cleveland and ended up with no championships, would he even be in the GOAT debate today? Be honest. Probably not. So why are we bashing him for doing what was best for his career and reaching out for help when the Cavaliers front office had failed him for years? Here's the reality. Legends like Kobe Bryant, Larry Bird, Magic Johnson, and Michael Jordan all stayed with the teams that drafted them, won multiple championships, and built legacies. But what's often left out of the narrative is that they were lucky enough to be surrounded by great management, coaching, and teammates from the start. LeBron didn't have that luxury. In Cleveland for 7 long years, he was playing the role of superhero. But even superheroes need help. He was left to fight an uphill battle alone, and eventually he took control of his destiny. He made the choice to go to Miami, team up with other great players, and finally win championships. So why is that a bad thing? Why are we shaming him for taking his career into his own hands? I feel like if you don't have LeBron as your GOAT in this part of his career, then you never will. LeBron James is currently 40 years old with a little bit left in his tank. He is now the all-time scoring leader in both regular season and playoffs, and he has broken so many records. But I have a question for the people who don't have LeBron as their GOAT. What more does he have to do to get that GOAT title? Comment that in the comment section below. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'm out.